Well, religion is back at the forefront of the Obamacare debate after Justice Sonia Sotomayor granted a temporary reprieve to some Catholic groups who want to opt out of the birth control mandate.
Well, the Obama administration responded on Friday by asking the Supreme Court to keep in place that requirement that certain religious-affiliated groups cover birth control and other reproductive health services in their employee insurance plans. So what happens from here?
Jordan Sekulow is the executive director of the American Center for Law and Justice. He joins us now from Washington, D.C. Jordan, good morning.
Good morning, Tucker.
So this seems like really an act of contempt by the Obama administration toward people of faith. Why would, of all the people bending the law in the United States of America, why would the Obama White House send the Justice Department after a group of nuns?
Because they don't consider the nuns to be the same as a church or a religious employer. The Obama administration did something different, Tucker, here. They tried to distinguish when it comes to the HHS mandate, which is really a bone they're tossing to groups like Planned Parenthood and others to force on religious organizations that don't meet the standard to be considered churches, so like the Little Sisters. And the administration says in their lawsuit the applicants are a nonprofit nursing home. They don't say that they're a nonprofit group of nuns. And so they try to make this distinguish. And if you're a religious organization, well, you don't have to comply if you self-certify, but your insurance company can then give people with that form free birth control. Now, the only way you would get free birth control, free abortifacients, free sterilization is if you get an insurance plan from these organizations that can self-certify out of it. Doesn't make much sense. It's an accounting gimmick.
Well, the New York Times piling on, I don't know if you caught the editorial board in the New York Times yesterday saying basically, look, they should just get over it. Stop their whining. They are already exempt, and this is just nothing to see here. Look away. All they need to do is sign that little piece of paper, that little permission slip, essentially, and then they already have the exemption. Just forget about it.
And that's what is so bizarre here is that by signing that piece of paper, they are waiving, in a sense, they're endorsing the Obama administration's position here that though they oppose giving out, and including this as part of their insurance plan, any of these abortifacients or contraception as a Catholic organization, that in fact, by signing that, their employees could go to the insurance company, which is a third party they don't get to control, and then can get free. Now, they call it free birth control, but ultimately, these employees wouldn't have access to that option if they didn't get an insurance plan through the organization that opts out of this. So there is no way, really, to stay out of the HHS mandate requirements. In the administration here, what's interesting, in 37 pages, which is why I think we haven't gotten a response back from Justice Sotomayor. She may have referred this to the whole court because it was such an intense response from the Department of Justice. They try to distinguish the Little Sisters of the Poor, a group of nuns, from Hobby Lobby, a private company. And what you can see is this administration extremely concerned. There are two private companies that have cases before the court that have injunctions against the mandate that aren't religious. Their owners are. So if they can get an injunction, at least until the Supreme Court decides whether this is a violation of the First Amendment rights of these groups or organizations or companies and their owners, then certainly you would think that a group like the Little Sisters would have an even stronger argument.
So the nuns say it violates their conscience on religious grounds, but the New York Times and the Obama administration apparently know more about Catholic theology than this order of nuns. Pretty unbelievable. Jordan Sekulow joining us from D.C. this morning. Thanks a lot, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Tucker.